one of my mentors taught me, for a business, either you're growing or you're dying. That's it. And similarly, for individuals, either you're growing by means of learning, reinventing yourself, or you're dying. And this death comes from mediocrity. You become complacent, you become mediocre, and in time you'll become irrelevant. And I posted this yesterday, and I felt some people really didn't understand what this meant. I thought I'll take some time to make this video and explain what this really means. So for people who are in tech, especially, or industries who are going to be affected by tech, which is almost everyone, this pace of change of technology is so fast, it's so exponential. There is no way that you can remain relevant and be complacent at the same time. If you don't reinvent yourself, reinvent your business, reinvent your business model, relearn things, your personal growth, your own growth, in time you will become obsolete. And we've seen this time and again. Massive companies have gone out of business. Entire industries have gone out. Xerox, they used to be a big thing, and they thought all this digital thing is eventually going to go away, right? We're giants, no one is going to touch us. Similarly with book publishers, for example, they used to be a big deal. Now publishing is nothing. It's so easy. So technology is going to make a lot of things irrelevant if you don't go with the pace of technology. And if you have to match that pace, you have to learn. There is just no way around it. You have to reinvent. Exponential changes. Incremental changes are not going to cut it anymore. They have to be exponential. Now, especially for testers, the biggest complaint I have from our testers is we really hate learning technology. We do. I mean, I understand you won't get the time to do this on the job, right? Well, to some extent I won't agree with that either. There are ways to do it, but okay, let's say for argument's sake you don't get time to do that in your 9 to 5, but then you have to spend this time to learn technology. There is no way you can be providing value and you don't know about the underlying technology. And that is exactly where testers have, as a community, over years, that I think that's where we missed the boat. And still we are that's why the relevance of testing keeps getting questioned as to, will we have testing? Will developers just do testing? Do we need testing anymore? All the testing is going to be automated. That is because real testing isn't going around much. And that's because a big portion of it is because people don't know the underlying technology. They don't know what to test. So if you're in tech, especially if you're a tester, you cannot survive without learning and reinventing yourself. And someone said, I know people who have learned one specific skill, and they're just content doing that, and they feel that they're happy doing it. They don't need they don't have the urge to reinvent themselves. So first off, if you're in tech, then I think that's not possible, because if you don't change, if you don't learn, then what you are today, you will be exactly at the same point after 10 years. And that's the best case scenario, right? And even if you are at the best, even if you are earning the same exactly after 10 years, you're not at parity. You've dropped down. Your purchasing power has dropped down significantly over years. So it's not possible. Now, when I say reinvent, it really doesn't mean that you always have to learn a new programming language, for example. Although I don't know what's the problem there, but okay. But it's learning how to think, changing your mindset, learning a different skill, being more social, anything, your personal grooming, that's learning. And that's very, very important learning. So you have to consistently learn. The universe is designed in a way that it's growing consistently. Everything is growing or it's dying. The human body, after 7 years, you have a complete new body, because old cells are dying and new cells are being born. And If you don't, if you're not doing anything, if you're not learning, if you're not moving forward, then just staying there, there's nothing staying there, you're going back. At the end, I'll close with this. Being content doesn't mean that you don't have a higher purpose. You need to have a higher purpose in life. You need to be struggling for something higher. Usually when we say content, a few years ago I was exactly the same. Poor, proud. I was just proud that I don't desire being a rich greedy pig. I'm just happy where I am. And over time I've realized, after learning, that that is the completely wrong approach. In reality, I was just being lazy. That's what it is. I didn't want to work hard. That's all. And I just trying to sugarcoat all of that by saying I'm content. So, no, you don't have to be content. When you're struggling towards something and you're not able to achieve it, you're not getting as much, right? Then you are content. You say, I'm happy with where I am, I'm trying, I'm happy where I am, and that's okay. Eventually, it will turn out to be fine. That is being content. So, keep growing, otherwise, you'll start dying.